All right. I hope everyone's having a nice start to the week. This video is for everybody. I know I've been doing more of the frequent video and chart updates in the subs, but I appreciate all of the followers here, and so this one's for everybody, and we're going to just get into it. So I posted a chart earlier today where you'll find that in my profile. I keep hearing targets that are a lot lower and a lot later in time, and I always think the market's going to do what the least amount of the participants expect. Kind of the opposite is what we're dealing with, the opposite from a psychological standpoint, as we saw in 2021, where the big move led people to think that a bigger move was coming. Here, I think we've had a pretty garden variety move in terms of the two large impulses that we've seen so far. Nothing extended, nothing out of the ordinary in terms of Bitcoin's character. But what's different now is that people just continue to doubt along the way and flip their bias very, very often. A reason you don't see me flip bias very often is because technically the high time frame chart on Bitcoin is the most bullish thing that I see in finance. The chart's telling me that story. It's my interpretation, not a fact, right? I could be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. You all know that. Just giving you my viewpoint. I'm here to educate and give you that viewpoint. But with all that aside, it's been that way for a long time. And so there's no bias shift until the structure shifts, and it hasn't even come close to shifting. In fact, it's done the opposite. It's gearing up in my mind. It's gearing up in a major way. Here it is. Here's a chart that I presented earlier. Looking at this weekly chart. I mean, you don't often get again, horizontal channels to me are far more important than your diagonals, but you've got both sets of circumstances going on here where you have verticals that are highly respected after reaccumulations, reaccumulations. You've got expansive moves, you've got expansive moves, and we've got, for all intents and purposes, this is a parabolic structure that's been unfolding for years, where we've got a base one, a base two, a base three, argue a base four here. And the fastest part of a parabolic move typically happens right after that. And so that's what the chart's calling for. That's what the chart's calling for. And so that's what I continue to look for. And so we continue to monitor. That's what I'll be doing more frequently in the subs with videos, with low time frame speculation. And again, low time frame, that's all it is speculation. I posted to the subs yesterday that I said a big move was needed in order for this primary count here that I presented last week to remain valid, right? We needed to get over this B. The only other alternative I saw was some type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete C. That was invalidated. And so there was really not much room left here for a bearish interpretation. Again, Elliott wave is very subjective. I use it in combination with kind of Wyckoff principles. So let's forget the Elliott wave and let's look specifically on the low time frame at Wyckoff principles, okay? I've got a reaccumulation schematic up here. And let's just specifically look at, and this doesn't guarantee anything, right? But it sure does inform when you combine that with other ways of looking at symmetry. It informs for me a lot more what's going on with the picture. So what I'm looking at is the local redistribution was this what I'm calling this this minor one. I think we're in an extended fifth wave, where I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves into 5. I think we're completing 2. I think we've completed 2, excuse me. And if we're looking at this as a local distribution, you have your PS, preliminary support, PS. You got your selling climax, you have an automatic reaction, automatic rally, secondary test, okay? another reaction, and then you've got this creek, got this creek, you got this creek, and you got this spring. Spring undercuts all the lows before it. You get a test, see that test coming out of it. Obviously, you want to use volume in conjunction with Wyckoff, so we're going to throw volume up. I just right now it's cluttering the chart, but I'll put it back on later. We got our test, and then we got what looks to be your first LPS, last point of support in this charts, all that price action before it. Let me clear up all this clutter. And where structurally does it look like where we are right now? Looks like we're either, at this SOS, which is what it looks like. SOS, which would be above this automatic reaction SOS sign of strength fake out, right? That's what that is. Sign of strength fake out there, but you're above all of that, and that's this green rectangle, consolidating for the next move out. And so that aligns very well with what I'm looking at here on an Elliott wave standpoint, where we've got the waves here aren't that clear. You could say 1, 2, you could say potentially 3 running flat, 4, 5. I think 5 here is too short. I could see 5 getting up here, forming a 1, something to that effect. Either way, the point here being is if the bottom is in, which I think it is, we're on our way out. The big move I don't think comes until this too kind of gets formed, wherever that gets formed, whether it starts here, right, or this gets extended. I'm looking for the big move out of this to come following, this consolidation, kind of this JT label up here, maybe a back test to that breakout area, and then we're going. Maybe it doesn't back test, so that's all subjective. So many of these corrections, they don't have to be your zigzag, right? You can get any type of running flat. You can get in a vertical type of correction. So who knows? That's just more for labeling. But folks, I appreciate the support. We'll keep the weekly updates on the normal profile, and we'll keep adding additional content to the subs. Have a great rest of your evening. Take care.